Hello and welcome to my next smartwatch review. Today we have the F58 smartwatch. And as you will see, the battery capacity here is 260 milliamp hours. This is really not branded, but it's manufacturer Shenzhen JOEME Technology Company Limited in China. It says it's got exercise modes, pedometer, sleep monitoring, calorie tracking, all that stuff. Let's open the box and see what comes out of the box. If you've not seen my reviews, then you don't know. I'm just going to show you what comes out of the box in this segment right here. And then I'm going to go away and fully charge it and wear it for multiple days and then come back with a full, fair, and honest review. Now, I did pay for this smartwatch with my own money, and by my own money, I mean your money. The ad revenue raised on my YouTube channel, primarily off my fitness tracker and smartwatch review playlist. This user manual is big and easy to read, so I'm okay with this. The app looks like it's going to be something called JOEME Fit, JOEME FIT. That'll be a new app to me. But so you get a nice big easy to read manual. You have the watch body right here. You get a silicone strap and you get a charging cable, and this is going to be the familiar magnetic charging cable that will just snap on the back. You have a little electrode protector on the electrodes here, so always make sure you peel that off. Every so often I get a comment from a viewer asking, why doesn't my smartwatch work? And well, you know what, they forgot to peel the protective layers off the sensors. So I'm going to press and hold to see if there's any battery life in here, and there is. So it's a nice big display. I'll give you all the specs a little bit later in this video. It's got 86% battery life in it out of the box. There are some various watch faces here. Okay, and oh, let's see. I think I like the one that came out of the box the best right there. So it's going to have some settings. It looks like it'll do Bluetooth calls when tethered with your phone via Bluetooth. Looks like it'll have smart notifications. Let's see. Let's just scroll through. Activity tracker, sleep tracker, blood components. All right, this looks like it's going to do a blood fat analysis or blood lipid analysis, heart rate, blood oxygen saturation, blood pressure, body temp. It'll pull in the weather from your phone, and let's see if there are any other widgets in here. Blood components, heart rate. Looks like that's about all we can add to the main screen. So let's go back to the SpO2 and let's press start here and see if we get any. Yeah, it's going to fail. There it is. There's a red laser there. You can barely see it. I think it knows that it's not connected to my wrist. Yeah, it's going to fail. So that's actually good that it failed, but it has a red diode in here, so it's going to have both the green and red diodes. Let me go charge it up, wear it for several days, and come back with my full, fair, and honest review. So let me run through a few of the features here while it's on my wrist. If we swipe down, we can get into some settings here. I'm going to turn the brightness all the way up for the purposes of this review. You can change various watch faces, and there's a lot more in the app as well, okay? I've got 50% battery life left, and I've been wearing this for multiple days, so that's actually pretty good. And I'm just going to swipe from right to left, and you can see some various settings here. I'll run through these when it's not on my wrist, but here's our activity summary for the day. Here is my sleep from the night before. Here is blood composition, and I'm going to let this take a measurement in real time. And what this will do is come back with your blood composition and give you things like blood lipids, uric acid, and things like that. Now, this is not a medical device, so don't trust any of this data to be accurate medical data. But there's uric acid, total cholesterol, triglycerides, HDLs, LDLs. All right, so it takes that measurement. Again, it is not a medical device. This is for reference only. It does continuous heart rate in beats per minute. It does blood oxygen saturation. This, it will use the red diode for this. And I find this to be pretty close when compared to a fingertip pulse oximeter, but again, I make no claims of accuracy because I'm not qualified to make such assessments. It has blood pressure in here, and I'll let this go in real time so you can see how long this takes. And it'll be a little bit high for me tonight because every time I'm under the lights and talking to you, my blood pressure is higher than it would be if I was resting and had this watch in my wrist at heart level in a relaxed state. But I do this to give you an idea of how long these measurements take. So there's that, blood pressure, body temp. Now this will actually take skin temperature and then estimate a body temperature. So that's pretty neat. It says keep still, and it will come back here. There's the progress bar on the bottom, 97 degrees, and it will pull in the weather from your phone when tethered via Bluetooth low energy. It will give you some indication of your stress level, and here are your activities. It's got 50 plus sports modes. All right, walking, cycling, outdoor, and I did a bowling thing the other day, so I'll let you see that. And you can add some more widgets to the main menu here and subtract some off. If you swipe from left to right, it's just a little shortcut menu to get you to your phone, SOS, music player, calculator. And if you swipe up, it gets you to your text messages. And as you can see, it works just fine. You have to be tethered to your phone via Bluetooth low energy to have these pull in, and you have to turn on the notifications to push it to your watch. There's no sort of quick reply or anything like that, so keep that in mind, and then you can delete those right from the watch. So let me pop this baby off my wrist and go through it in a little more detail. Okay, so it is off my wrist now. I'll turn this on. Let's get into settings, and let me turn on this the watch display to stay on for longer for the purposes of this review. And I'm going to turn that to, let's go to 40 seconds. I think it can go all the way up to 60. You can change the brightness, obviously, the watch face, the screen on time, and your menu style, okay? You can go to list view, grid view, planet view, board view, turntable, card, waterfall. I like the list view here. I like to read and see what all the icons stand for, all right? So that's that. And if we swipe from right to left, here is your keypad. You can use this as a speakerphone when tethered via your actual phone via Bluetooth low energy. I've tried it and it works just fine. Let me do this in real time so you can hear it. All right. I'm going to press call. You have a volume controller right on the watch.
Calling Dave the Kayaker.
So the speaker there may be distorted a little bit at the highest volume setting, but not too bad. You can sync your contacts if you wish. You can go to your call history and see all the calls you've made. And that's that, your activities, summary for the day, total number of steps, estimate of kilocalorie burn, and estimate of miles walked, your sleep analysis, blood composition as we looked at, heart rate, blood oxygen saturation, blood pressure, body temp, weather, and I'm going to sync this with the app here in a minute to show you this, and stress level, your exercise modes, and all the way around. And let's go over to the app and let me show you what's going on there. Okay, so the app here, as I mentioned at the onset, is something called JOEME Fit. That's JOEME FIT, so don't leave a comment or ask a question asking what the name of the app is. Here it is, JOEME Fit, and it's a pretty good basic comprehensive application. On the main screen you get your steps for the day, your kilocalorie consumption, your estimated distance walked, your sleep analysis. This is pretty good, I like this, and this is probably the best smartwatch I've ever seen if you take naps. So here you can see, a couple naps that day. It has separate sleep entries for each of those sleep events. So that is really cool, and you can see how many days I've been wearing this except for a weekend here. And I still have 47% battery life. So battery life is pretty good. Here are my workouts. Here is the bowling I did the other day. All right. It gives you your average heart rate in beats per minute, kilocalorie burn, time engaged in the sport, cardio zones, and there's from the week before. And that's the only exercise I've done with this watch, but it's pretty decent. There's your continuous heart rate, your blood pressure, blood oxygen saturation, and your body temperature, heart rate variability. I haven't mentioned that yet, but it gives you HRV, and it will tell you if you're in the normal range. You can go to your Lorentz scatter plot, and this is a little wonky because the reference here, this is all in Chinese, so this is one downfall of the app. Even though I said I'm using English, these explanations are all in Chinese, so that's a huge bug in my mind right there. But you get that, heat map. You can get into your Lorentz scatter plot. Really cool stuff for heart rate variability. Uric acid, and it tells you your high or where you are in the range, I should say, what your highs and lows and averages are and where that falls compared to the reference. And you can change the units here from milligrams to deciliter, milligrams per deciliter to millimoles per mill, whatever. But you can change the units here. This is your blood lipids, total cholesterol, triglycerides, high density lipoproteins, low density lipoproteins, otherwise known as HDL, LDL. I have no idea how it pretends to, get this data, but it is not a medical device, so don't trust it. But it is kind of neat to see these watches working on this technology. I think they'll get there someday. Here's the device. Here is your face gallery. You can go in here and download many, many other watch faces if you so wish. You can set up your notifications. Right now, I just have it set to push SMS messages over here, but you had Facebook, Gmail, Instagram, Kakao Talk, Line, LinkedIn, Messenger, QQ, Skype, Snapchat, Telegram, TikTok, Twitter, X, WeChat, WhatsApp, and other apps to push notifications over to the watch from the phone. And yeah, that's about it. You have your profile here where you can choose your units. And I have it in feet and miles and pounds Fahrenheit. And here it is. It's micromole per liter or milligrams per deciliter. That's what I was struggling to say a few minutes ago. So you can change your units for your lipids and your uric acid from micromole per liter to milligrams per deciliter, and lipids from millimole per liter to milligrams per deciliter. All right. So that's where all that is. Permissions. This is your notifications and whether you want, what you want the thing to do, how you want it to act. You can use the watch as a remote camera trigger. You can use it as a remote music controller, one tethered via Bluetooth with your phone. Here's your about. So that's kind of it for the app. I like it, other than, the underlying reference data and some of the health measurements being in English, Chinese. The app is pretty straightforward, and I kind of like it. It's pretty nice. So my bottom line on this watch, it is selling on Temu right now for $29.03. It is the JOEME F58 smartwatch. I would say for under 30 bucks, it's a really solid value. I like it a lot. I think you can't really go wrong. Now, this channel is primarily about my kayaking adventures and health and fitness. I love doing smartwatch reviews and wearable tech reviews. So I appreciate you bearing with me as I do these reviews and bring them to you. But really, that's the main way I have to monetize my YouTube channel. And that all helps with my kayaking hobby and adventures, and helps me kind of offset my expenses for all of that. So yeah, it's a 2.1-inch display, blood composition, blood lipids, uric acid, HRV, SpO2, heart rate, sleep, body temp, blood pressure, 50+ sports modes. I would say it's a solid value for less than $30. It's a beautiful watch. I'll drop a link below. Go check it out on Temu. And until next time, stay healthy, be fit, and I'll be back with a really fresh smartwatch review soon. This one just came in the mail today, and its identity will remain a secret here, but this one is about to go on my wrist. So talk to you soon.